folks, in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks, and he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. A good pickup there, a 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Callum Witherspoon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inch. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
33 yards that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On second down, it's Carson, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 18 carries, 97 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll run on first down. Carson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. From the 16, Wilson. Dorsett's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Mostert. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that.
Now Carson fumbles the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Garoppolo on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go!
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. The 49ers Niners now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, D.
Get hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes.
Go ahead.
Sacked at the 10. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. You said there, sometimes he gets lost in the traffic and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here we go.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Right there. 54. Watch the drop.
On second down now, Richard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kiki QT, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. That's an old-fashioned death mark. And oh, it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage against it because you're running away from people on it.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Pollard, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He completes it to Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership, been a good distributor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Here we go.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run again with Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Garoppolo, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar.
Boy, oh boy, how close were they to getting themselves a lead. That couldn't have missed by much. It definitely had the accuracy. It just sort of ran out of steam right at the end.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 51 for Mike, boy. 51.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now. but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponent.